Hey guys, thank you if you're catching me live. I appreciate it, and if you're watching the replay, awesome. I will be sure to tag anybody who says that when they weren't able to watch it live, so that way you can catch it. So what I'm hearing a lot from you guys is that you are either not hitting protein, not hitting fats, or maybe can't figure out how do you hit those numbers without going over your carb intake. And so I wanted to share with you guys some super easy things that that you can work in that are straight protein and straight fats, and then a couple that are kind of in between but lower in carbs, so that way it can get you closer to those goals. So ideally, for protein and carbs, you want to be plus or minus 5 grams. So if you cannot hit it on the dot, if you can get at least plus or minus 5 grams of protein and carbs, you're good. Fats, you want to hit dead on or within plus or minus 2 grams. And the reason for that is because fats are higher calorie dense, so those are 9 calories per gram. So we don't have as much flexibility to not hit those or to go over them as we do with protein and carbs. So just keep that in mind. So the first thing I'm going to show you guys is how to hit fats without going over protein or carbs. Super easy. Olive oil. So for 1 full tablespoon, it is 14 grams of fat. So think about just adding some olive oil to one of your meals, maybe lunch or dinner, just throwing on half a tablespoon. I don't recommend necessarily a full tablespoon all at once because it can kind of like saturate your food. But that's a super easy way to get in 7 grams of fat. Done. So olive oil is the first one. The second one is my personal favorite, straight up butter. So this is also something that you can add to one of your meals. I will typically add it to meal 1. So with my breakfast, I will have not a tablespoon, maybe like 7 grams. Same thing. A tablespoon of butter is 14 grams of fat. So I'm sorry, 11. This one is 11. This brand is 11. Some of them are 14. So I would do like half a tablespoon of butter on my protein pancake muffin that I made this past week, and they're awesome. So butter, awesome way to hit fats. The last one that's just straight fat, coconut oil. Guys, this is so good. There's a recipe further down in the feed for these fat bombs, and it's coconut oil, some peanut butter, and some whey protein. Coconut oil right before bed with some whey protein is an awesome way to hit your fats, get your protein in, and keep you full overnight. So that way if you're working out in the morning in a fasted state, you're not going to be as hungry, and can help with recovery. So same thing, coconut oil for this one, 1 tablespoon is 14 grams, and it's 14 grams of fat. So another easy thing that you can add to any of your dessert type foods. So if you're having Greek yogurt, you can throw in some coconut oil on there. I can also sometimes I'll also interchange this on the pancakes. So instead of putting butter, I'll put coconut oil on it just because like I like the flavor of it. And then also putting this in your coffee, and this is what's known as bulletproof coffee, and so putting some coconut oil in there as kind of like your creamer or your sweetener, also super easy way to get your fats in. So that is straight up fats: coconut oil, butter, and olive oil. Okay, so the mix of of fats and carbs is peanut butter and almonds. So peanut butter, I know it sucks to just have a spoonful of peanut butter by itself and not have it on something, but if you really need to have it on something, you can throw it on some celery, and those are negligible carbs. So easy way to get in your fats. So you might not be able to fit 2 full tablespoons of peanut butter in your macros, but at least 1. And so a tablespoon of peanut butter is 8 grams of fat, 3 grams of carbs, and 4 grams of protein. So, you know, it's minimal carbs, but, you know, minimal carbs, minimal protein, but still has a good source of fat. So you can probably fit this in. This also is good to mix in with your Greek yogurt or whey protein. Yay! Yeah, with the peanut butter, like by itself, like I said, like I know it's kind of tough, you know, to not put it on something, but if you have to hit your fat goals and you still have a little bit of room on your carbs and your protein, like peanut butter is by far like what I'm probably going to go to first. So peanut butter is a good mix of, you know, of protein, of fats, protein, and carbs. So that way you won't, you know, go over on your protein or carbs because you're hitting your fats. So the last one that's the mix is almonds. This is my favorite flavor of almonds. I can't eat regular raw almonds anymore. Like I have to always get these. They sell them like at Walmart and HEB. So this one is for a full serving. It's 28 grams. I typically can only make half of that fit my numbers every day. But a full serving, 28 grams, is 14 grams of carbs, 14 grams of fat, 7 grams of carbs, and 6 grams of protein. So an awesome way to get your fats in, and minimal, you know, damage to your protein and carb intake. So think about almonds as well. So quick recap on fats: olive oil, straight up butter, and coconut oil. Good sources of healthy fats that you can work in and manipulate the grams per serving, so that way you can hit your fat goals without going over on your other macros. So the mix was peanut butter and almonds. Okay, so next, so that was hitting your fat goals. So the next thing is hitting protein. First, straight protein with a little bit of fat is chicken. This is canned chicken, but really, you know, even boiled chicken is still going to have a gram of fat in it usually, but has no carbs, tons of protein. I know it's super lame to just eat chicken, but sometimes you gotta do it. And I forgot one more thing. And then, and then egg whites. And guys, you can make egg whites a million different ways. So if you are under on protein, like significantly, and you can't make any other macro fit, cook 2 to 3 egg whites flat in a pan like this. Sweeten it with some stevia or Splenda or whatever, like, you know, sweetener, non-calorie sweetener you prefer. Sweeten it with that. Cook it flat like a pancake. Like, it does the job. Like, you're eating straight up egg white, but at least it's sweet, so you're getting you'll hit your sweet tooth, so it's good. Okay, so that's straight protein. Egg whites, chicken, you know that stuff. So the next thing, Greek yogurt is also a great way to hit your protein. It has a little bit of carbs in it, but not enough to throw off your numbers significantly. I recommend, if you're not sure if you're dairy sensitive, to work this in slowly in small amounts, 50 grams, 75 grams, 100 grams, because it can, you know, mess up your stomach if you are sensitive to dairy. So Greek yogurt, I like this brand. I feel like it's like super thick and not like runny, so I like that. So Chobani. But yeah, Greek yogurt. And then of course, whey protein. This one has 2 grams of carbs. Their vanilla one, I think, has 1 gram of carbs. So this is one of my favorite things to mix, is just heat some coconut oil, like half a tablespoon or a tablespoon, however many fats I have left, in the microwave for like 30 seconds, and then mix in, typically I only have to have like half a scoop of whey protein, stir it up, put it in the fridge or in the freezer for like 30 minutes, and it doesn't taste like a peanut butter cup, but it definitely tastes like candy. So good little like fat and protein straight to hit before you go to bed. And then, and then last thing, eggs. Real deal eggs. Protein, fats, no carbs. So easy way to hit your protein, your fats early in the day. Okay, last thing I want to cover is what if you just have straight carbs left, no fats, no protein. So, honey. It's so good. So honey is a great way to just get straight carbs and straight sugar. I would recommend you doing this pre-workout or post-workout because right before bed, it's not a good idea. So there's that. And then don't forget, guys, fruit. Fruit is straight carbs. And then potatoes, that kind of stuff, also are straight carbs. So then the last thing, if you have poverty macros, and what poverty macros are is when like you are really trying to cut down and you're starving at the end of the night, but you are out of macros. Pickles. I know, it's lame, but pickles, you get the, you feel like you're eating something, they're 0 calorie, or the calories are negligible, so they don't really like track them. And at least like you feel like you're eating something salty and you're having some chips. And I know I feel bad saying like you have to eat pickles, but if you have no macros left at the end of the day and you're feeling crappy and you're starving and it's right before bed, have some pickles, go to bed, drink some water, go to bed. So I hope that this was helpful for you guys. If you have questions, please let me know. I know I'm forgetting something, but if you have questions, let me know and I can follow up and answer. I hope this was helpful. I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.